Have you ever stepped into your bathroom and suddenly felt uneasy? Like the floor seems slicker than usual, or you find yourself grabbing onto the sink just to stay balanced for a moment? Maybe you've even thought, if I slipped right now, would I be able to get up? If that's ever crossed your mind, I want you to know you're not alone. And it's not about fear, it's about being smart, staying strong, and staying independent. Now, I know it might feel uncomfortable to talk about the bathroom as a danger zone, but the truth is, it can be. It's one of the most common places where people over 60 end up having accidents, many of which lead to serious injuries or even long-term disability. But here's the good news. Most of these risks can be fixed with simple, practical changes. Nothing fancy, no major renovations, just small things that make a big difference in keeping you safe, confident, and independent. Because the goal isn't just to avoid falls, it's to keep your freedom, to keep doing the things you love without needing someone to help you do basic things like getting in and out of the shower or using the toilet. That's what this conversation is really about, protecting your ability to live life on your terms. So today, I want to walk you through 4 common bathroom mistakes that many people don't even realize they're making, and more importantly, how to fix them easily. Let's start with the first one, and it might surprise you. Have you ever stepped onto one of those soft, fluffy bath mats after a shower? They feel good, right? But here's the problem. Most of those rugs don't have a non-slip backing. That means they can slide around on tile or laminate floors like a piece of paper on ice. You might not notice it at first, maybe just a tiny shift under your foot, but one wrong step is all it takes. You lose your balance, twist your ankle, or worse, fail and hit your head. And yet so many bathrooms still have those lovely-looking mats because, well, they're cozy. But here's the fix. Swap out any loose or sliding bathroom rugs with non-slip rubber-backed ones. Or even better, look for bath mats that are specifically labeled fall-resistant or safety-rated for seniors. They're made to grip the floor tightly, even if the surface is wet. You can still find options that look nice. You don't have to sacrifice style for safety. Also, think about what's under your feet when you step out of the shower. Is it tile? Marble? Even a little water can turn those surfaces into a skating rink. Keeping a towel on the floor might seem like a smart hack, but towels bunch up. They move. They're not designed to hold still. That's another big mistake people make, using towels instead of proper mats. So next time you're in your bathroom, take a second to really look down. If anything shifts under your feet, it's time for a safer option. Now here's something else that doesn't always get talked about, and it's especially important if you've ever felt dizzy or unsteady. Grabbing onto towel bars or the sink for support might feel instinctive, but it's a dangerous habit. Think about it. Towel bars are made to hold towels, not your body weight. They can snap right off the wall with just a little pressure. And sinks? They're not designed to hold someone leaning or pulling on them, especially if they're mounted to the wall with only a few bolts. If you've ever found yourself bracing against the sink while getting up from the toilet or reaching for a towel bar when you feel off balance, that's a red flag. Not because you're weak, but because your bathroom isn't set up to support you properly. The fix? Install sturdy grab bars in key areas like next to the toilet and inside the shower. These aren't the cold, hospital-looking bars you might be picturing. And don't wait until you think you need them. The truth is, they're not just for people who've had a fall. They're for smart people who don't want to fall in the first place. Think of them like seatbelts. You don't put one on because you expect to crash. You put it on to stay protected just in case. Grab bars are the same idea. They give you something solid to hold on to when the floor is wet, when your knee gives a little, or when you just feel slightly off. Let me give you a real-world example. I once spoke with a gentleman in his 70s who had a pretty active lifestyle, went for walks every morning, did light stretching at home, even helped take care of his grandkids. One morning, he stood up too quickly from the toilet, felt dizzy, and instinctively reached for the towel bar next to him. It ripped right out of the wall. He fell sideways, hit the floor hard, and ended up with a broken wrist and a deep bruise that took weeks to heal. When I asked him later if he'd ever thought about installing grab bars, he said, "I didn't think I was old enough for that yet." That mindset, it's exactly what gets people hurt. It's not about age, it's about awareness. And here's another subtle issue, the lighting in your bathroom. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night and tiptoed your way to the bathroom in the dark, you already know how risky that can be. Our eyes just don't adjust as quickly after 60, especially when we go from a dark room to bright overhead lights. That sudden glare can be disorienting, or worse, make you close your eyes halfway as you walk, just to avoid the shock. But fumbling around in the dark isn't safe either. That's why one of the simplest fixes, and one of the most overlooked, is adding motion-activated nightlights to your bathroom or hallway. They're inexpensive, plug right into the wall, and turn on automatically when you enter. The room. That way, you're never stepping into pitch blackness, and you don't have to reach for a light switch while half asleep. Some even have a soft, warm glow that won't blind you when you're just trying to make a quick trip. These might sound like little things, a better mat, a grab bar, a nightlight, but trust me, they're not little when it comes to protecting your independence, because every fall that doesn't happen is a win. Every accident you avoid means more time living life your way, not recovering in a hospital bed. And there's more. Because while we've talked about mats, towel bars, and lighting, there's still another sneaky danger most people don't even think about. And it has everything to do with how we move in and out of the shower. So let's talk about the shower, specifically getting in and out of it. Now, if you've ever stepped over the edge of a bathtub or a raised shower lip, you already know that small step can feel a whole lot bigger as we get older. Maybe you've felt your knee wobble a bit, or your foot catch slightly, or maybe you've had to lean on the wall just to keep your balance. That little movement, one leg up, trying to shift your weight, it's actually one of the most unstable motions we make in the bathroom. This brings us to another mistake that doesn't look like a mistake at all until something goes wrong. Using a high step-in shower or bathtub without proper support or modifications. The shower might feel familiar, it might be part of your daily routine, but without the right setup, it can be one of the riskiest places in your entire home. What's the fix? Well, depending on your setup, there are a few ways to make getting in and out safer without doing a full remodel. First, if you're using a traditional bathtub shower combo, which so many people still have, a bath transfer bench or shower chair can be a game changer. I know some people hesitate at the idea. They picture it as giving in or looking old. But that's the wrong way to think about it. This isn't about looking old. It's about living smart. With a sturdy bench, you can sit down outside the tub, then swing your legs over safely, instead of trying to balance on one foot. No risky twisting, no sudden movements. It makes the whole process smoother, safer, and honestly, easier on your joints. For anyone dealing with arthritis, hip pain, or reduced flexibility, this isn't just helpful. It can be life-changing. Now, if you have a walk-in shower, you're already ahead of the game. But don't assume that means you're fully safe. Shower floors can be just as slippery as tile, sometimes worse. If your shower doesn't already have a textured, non-slip surface, that's another quick fix. You can buy non-slip adhesive strips or mats specifically made for showers. They're easy to install and make a huge difference. Also, remember those grab bars we talked about earlier? Your shower is one of the best places to have them. One inside to help steady yourself while washing, and another just outside to hold while stepping in or out. When installed properly, these bars can support your full body weight. They're not just for emergencies, they're there for everyday use so you don't have to second-guess your footing. And let's be honest, showers can feel exhausting sometimes. The hot water feels great, but standing for too long? Not so much. If you've ever finished a shower and felt lightheaded, like you just ran a mile, that's your body saying, "Hey, I need a break." This is why a shower seat or fold-down bench is another smart option, even if you don't think you need it yet. You can sit while washing your legs, shaving, or simply when your energy dips. And if you're dealing with fatigue from medications or health conditions, that small chance to rest could prevent a fall. There's something empowering about knowing that your bathroom is set up to support you, not challenge you. Because here's the truth, independence isn't about doing things the hard way. It's about doing things the safe, smart way so you can keep doing them on your own for years to come. Let me pause here for a moment and ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your bathroom with fresh eyes? I mean, really looked, not just walked in and out as part of your routine. Sometimes we get so used to our surroundings, we don't even notice how they might be working against us. The too-high tub wall, the slippery floor, the dim light over the sink, the missing support bars. These things blend into the background until one day, something happens. And that brings me to another mistake, one that's easy to overlook, because it's not about the layout or the lighting, it's about the rush. Have you ever noticed how we tend to move a little faster than we should, even in places we shouldn't? Like when we get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and we're half asleep, maybe in a bit of a hurry? That rush, that sense of, let me just get this done, it can lead to stumbles, slips, and split-second decisions that backfire. One of the most dangerous habits seniors can fall into is not taking their time in the bathroom. Whether it's rushing into the shower before the floor is dry, hopping off the toilet without making sure your feet are fully under you, or bending over too quickly to grab a towel, these little moments can lead to big accidents. So here's something simple, but powerful. Slow down. Build in a few extra seconds. Let your body adjust when you stand up. Make sure the floor is dry. Turn on the light. Reach for something stable. If you feel a bit dizzy, pause. Sit down. take a breath. Independence doesn't mean rushing. It means moving at a pace that keeps you safe and in control. And if you use any kind of assistive device, a cane, a walker, even a handrail, don't leave it by the door. Bring it in with you. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Having that extra support nearby, even if you don't end up needing it, gives you peace of mind and gives your body the backup it sometimes needs. You've worked hard for your independence. You've built a life of habits, routines, and self-reliance. The last thing you want is a preventable injury turning your world upside down. And while most people think of the bathroom as just another room, you now know it can be a turning point, for better or worse. The good news is, with just a few smart changes, you can stay on the right side of that line. Because it's not about fear, it's about freedom. And protecting that freedom doesn't have to be complicated. A slip-resistant mat, a grab bar, a bench, a nightlight, slowing down. It's all doable. You deserve a bathroom that works with you, not against you. And speaking of things that work against us, there's one more mistake that far too many people make, and it happens right after using the toilet. It might seem small, even insignificant, but it's something that can throw off your balance more than you realize. Because that moment, right after using the toilet, when you're standing up, adjusting your clothing, maybe reaching for the flush or the sink, is one of the most vulnerable points in your daily routine. And here's the mistake: not having proper support around the toilet. A lot of seniors don't realize how much strain is involved in sitting down and getting back up from a low toilet seat, especially if your knees, hips, or lower back aren't as strong as they used to be. It's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. You're lowering your entire body weight, then trying to push yourself back up from a deep position, often using just your thighs, or maybe the edge of the sink for balance. That can lead to muscle strain, dizziness, or sudden loss of balance. And in a tight space like a bathroom, there's little room to recover if you wobble or fall. And most toilets, they're not designed for senior safety. They're low to the ground, narrow, and they don't offer any kind of grip or hand support. So when we talk about dangerous bathroom mistakes, this one's huge because the fix is simple, affordable, and life-changing. The first option is to raise the toilet seat height. There are raised toilet seat attachments you can add right on top of your existing toilet. Some even come with built-in armrests. They make sitting and standing much easier, reducing the distance your body has to travel and giving you better control. Another fix is installing toilet safety rails, which are sturdy handles that go on either side of the toilet. These give you something strong to grip when you lower yourself or push yourself back up. No more grabbing for walls, towel racks, or the sink. Just solid, dependable support right where you need it. And here's the best part: these tools aren't invasive. You don't need to rip out your toilet or renovate your bathroom. These are affordable, easy-to-install items you can pick up online or at a medical supply store, and they can drastically reduce your risk of falling. Now you might be thinking, but I've never had trouble using the toilet before. And that may be true, for now. But one thing I always say is this: don't wait for a fall to start thinking about prevention. Think about how many times a day you use the bathroom. Those movements, standing, sitting, turning, they add up. And if you're tired, if your blood pressure dips, if your legs are stiff or your balance is off just for a moment, that's all it takes. And here's something else people don't often talk about: bathroom fatigue. Yes, it's a real thing. If you've ever felt winded or lightheaded after going to the bathroom, especially if you've been sitting for a while or you rushed in the middle of the night, that's your body reacting to changes in blood pressure or circulation. It's not uncommon, especially for people on medication or those dealing with dehydration, which, by the way, is much more common in older adults than you might think. The fix here: hydration, pacing, and awareness. Keep a water bottle in your bedroom and sip throughout the day. And when you do stand up from the toilet, pause for a second. Let your body adjust. Hold onto a grab bar or a support rail. If you feel even a little woozy, sit back down and give yourself a moment. And if you've got those little bath rugs or mats near the toilet, be careful. They can slip when you shift your weight. Either secure them with non-slip backing or consider removing them entirely. The area around your toilet should be clean, dry, and easy to move around in without hazards. Now let's take a breath here, because we've covered a lot. And maybe for the first time in a long time, you're looking at your bathroom differently. Not as just another room, but as a place where your safety, your independence, and your confidence can either be supported or threatened. That's the thing most people don't realize. Maintaining your independence isn't just about staying active or keeping your brain sharp. It's also about recognizing the little danger zones that can take that independence away in one quick moment. And the bathroom is one of the biggest. But you're not helpless. Far from it. You have the power to make smart changes, to take control, and to design a space that respects your body, your needs, and your future. And the beautiful thing, these changes aren't complicated. You don't need to hire a contractor or spend thousands of dollars, just a few smart upgrades. Grab bars, raised toilet seats, non-slip mats, night lights, shower chairs, and a little more awareness each time you step into that room. And maybe the most important piece of all is mindset, because making these changes doesn't mean you're giving in to aging. It means you're choosing to age on your own terms, safely, confidently, and with the strength to keep living life the way you want to. You've made it this far. You've faced challenges. You've adapted. And this is just another smart step forward, because small adjustments now can mean years of extra freedom down the road. So let's take a quick moment to reflect. Think about your own bathroom. What small change could you make today that would give you more security tomorrow? Maybe it's ordering that grab bar. Maybe it's swapping out that old bath mat. Maybe it's simply slowing down next time you get up at night. Whatever it is, do it. Not someday, today. Because every smart decision you make now is an investment in your future self. And if this video helped you see your home in a new light, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below, even if it's just one small change you're planning to make. Your story might inspire someone else to do the same. And hey, if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps others find this video, and it tells me that this kind of content is making a difference in your life. Subscribe if you want more practical, real-life advice for living stronger, smarter, and happier after 60. Remember, independence isn't about doing it all alone. It's about building a life that works with you, not against you. You've got the wisdom, you've got the experience, and now you've got the tools. Here's to safer steps, smarter choices, and a bathroom that truly supports the life you want to live. No fear, no shame, just freedom. You've earned it.